Hey guys, how you doing? Do you want to learn how to master the plank? So let's go! So the first exercise we're doing is a front plank on our elbows. What I want you to keep in mind is to rotate your hip in and grow with your shoulders and push up with your shoulders as much as you can. The second exercise is a side plank on our elbow. It's the same as the front plank, but this time we lift one shoulder that it will be above the other shoulder. Now I want you to stay as still as possible when doing this, and that your hip will be as far away from the ground as possible. This is a great exercise to work on your obliques. The third exercise we're doing is a front plank on our elbows with our leg up. What I want you to keep in mind when doing this is that our leg has to stay straight and we lift the leg as high as we can. Also, our head has to be in the same line as our shoulders. The fourth exercise is a side plank on our elbow with our leg up. This will increase the tension on your obliques and core and will make the exercise harder. What I want you to keep in mind is that still you have to keep the hip as far away from the ground as possible and to keep the leg as high as possible as you can. When you lift the leg, it's harder to keep the hip up. So you need to put some effort into it and push through. The fifth exercise is a front plank with our hands straight, aka a push-up. The same things that we did earlier apply here as well. Making our hollow body with our shoulders, that means we push with our shoulders as strong as we can down, making our chest and shoulders go up, and that our hip is rotated in. The sixth exercise is a backwards plank or a reverse push-up. What I want you to do is do a push-up and reverse it. That means your hands go backwards and that your hip needs to go as far away from the ground as possible, upwards. Okay? This is a bit tricky because of the hand position, but I'm sure you can do it. The seventh exercise is a side plank with a straight hand. What I want you to keep in mind, like on our elbow, is that our hip needs to be as high and as further from the ground as possible, and that we stay with our shoulder above the other shoulder. The eighth exercise is a forward plank with our hands straight and with our leg up. Like the third exercise, that we were on our elbows with our leg up, again we want to keep our ab stance, making sure the hip is rotated in, that our shoulders is above our hands, and that our head is in one line with our shoulders. Also, we want to keep our leg as high as we can throughout the exercise. The ninth exercise is a backwards plank or a reverse push-up with our leg up. The same thing as earlier. With the reverse push-up, we want to keep our hip as far away from the ground as possible and that our shoulders will be above our hands. And this time we lift the leg. As I said earlier, we want to keep the leg as far away from the ground as possible and as high as possible. This will make it harder to keep the hip up, so you're in for a treat. The last exercise is a side plank with our leg up. Same principles as the side plank apply here, just this time we lift our leg up. When we lift our leg up with any kind of plank, that increases the tension on our abs and shoulders, making the plank harder to do. So only do these exercises when you feel that the regular planks are easy for you. So this was it, guys. How to master the plank. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Leave me a comment below. Stay strong, keep fit, and I'll see you in the next video. Bam!